What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing Aquaman, DC Comics' latest foray into the movie theater. We all know DC has a shoddy record when it comes to their movies. Outside of the Christopher Nolan Batmans, it's struggle city for DC. Thank God for Wonder Woman. Everything else has just been, disappointments, ass cheeks, just not working on all cylinders. Justice League was lukewarm as hell. Batman vs. Superman was forced. Suicide Squad was major disappointment. It was like, all right, here we go. Now we got Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa, who plays Aquaman. First of all, it's really the story about how Aquaman came to be. We established his origin with his parents. His parents are played by, his mom is Nicole Kidman, who is a queen, and she was washed up on shore. Lighthouse keeper discovers her. They fall in love. You know, when you fall in love in a movie, you're gonna smash unprotected. Usually when you fall in love, unprotected sex soon follows. And then you have a kid, and that's what they did. That's how Aquaman was conceived. You know, they raised him up for a certain time, but then Atlantis came back for the queen, like, yo, you got an answer for this. So she was like, I can't stay with you guys, I'm putting y'all in danger, I have to go. So she left. She left the man she loved and the child that she never got to raise. So Aquaman was raised by his father. So, they would come up from Atlantis, like one of the guys would come up and train Aquaman, like how to fight, teach him about his heritage and stuff like that. But at the same time, he's like, where's my mom at, man? Take me to my mom. Let me see my mom. You know what I'm saying? Where's she at? How come she's not coming back? And so you get that whole dynamic of him growing up momless, in a sense. Pops was there though, but you need the mom. So it's pretty much his brother is trying to start a war against the surface dwellers. Just take over the sea and the land. Okay, that's the whole goal for him. And Aquaman's reluctant. He's like, yo, you need to come back, claim your throne. You gotta prevent this war. You gotta save the world. He's like, nah, I ain't feeling that. I'm not with it. I don't live down there. Y'all think y'all better than me out here. But we need you to save only you can prevent this war. I ain't feeling it. I'm up here drinking. I got long hair. I got rings on. My eyebrows are cool. You know what I mean? And so he's like, look at these tattoos. I ain't got the time. Trying to convince him to get involved, and then, he gets involved. Meanwhile, so there's two villains in this movie. There's his brother, who, is trying to do the coup so he can just start the whole war. And another villain that's a pirate, and that's the Black Manta character. Now, if you read the comic books, you know that Black Manta is Aquaman's like arch nemesis. And so this guy's a pirate, and him and his dad are like, trying to steal a submarine. Aquaman thwarts it. He doesn't save the guy's dad, so the guy vows like, I'm killing Aquaman if it's the last thing I do. Hence, Black Manta is born. So you got that whole dynamic in there. Now let's get to it. The action. The action on the surface was impressive to me. They had some dope action sequences. The first one was dope. I was like, okay, starting out good. And then, another action sequence that took place on Italian rooftops was really dope to see. I was like, yes, that was a good action sequence. I like that. The undersea battles were cool. They were better than I expected, because I was like, man, it's gonna look mad fake. It's gonna be super, CGI'd out. But they were all right. They were better than I thought they would be. And then you come to the acting. There was some cringe-worthy acting moments in this movie, for sure. And that's due to the script more so than the actors themselves, I would say. And it was very cringe-worthy. Another time, they forcing romance on us. Once again, you gotta force romance on us. Let me tell you something about Aquaman. We get it. Aquaman is attractive. He's masculine. The women are feeling him. That doesn't mean we need to see him fall in love. Okay? When women look at Aquaman, they're not looking at a husband. They're looking at a piece of meat that can take them down just for a one-night smash. They're not looking at Aquaman like, oh, that's a husband right there. No, he looks like a good time, a wild night of drinking and passionate pumps. You know what I mean? That's all women see. Like, he's a good-looking piece of meat. Okay. Get it in, because let's be honest, women is as savage as men. They just hide it better. So that's all we need to see. Don't force a romance on us. He's not the husband, the one woman type. Why are you forcing that in there with the redhead girl? It's unnecessary, okay? Now, if she wants to smash him, fine, that's believable, but just leave it at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You was just hot, but you kind of a jerk. Just had it in there. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody don't have to be falling in love in these movies. I'm tired of it. You got Willem Dafoe in there. And I always like seeing Willem Dafoe, and I think he has one of the best voices in hip hop. I like to hear him talk and, you know, narrate stuff. And he's in there. He did a good job. Patrick Wilson plays Aquaman's brother. And it's funny about Patrick Wilson. He was also in another DC comic movie called Watchmen. He played the Night Owl. Watchmen is a superior film. Watchmen is probably one of the best DC movies in my opinion. A lot of people didn't really get it. I got it and I really dug it. So Patrick Wilson is in this. And it's funny about him, he looks like what Aquaman has always looked like in the comics and cartoons in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. That's funny that they had that dynamic, like, let's get this guy who looks like the traditional Aquaman character, but then we got what Aquaman looks like now. It's more of a, you know, free spirit, heavy drinker, just wild, don't give a damn about nothing type of guy. I like Jason as Aquaman. I like his whole vibe, his attitude. You know, he's just a loose cannon, just like whatever, man. Tough guy, always ready for a challenge. I appreciate a superhero like this. And I like his whole vibe as Aquaman. But those weak spots, man, the dialogue, like when Black Manta is in his costume talking while they're fighting, shut the hell up, man. You don't have to talk all the time. When you got the mask on, stop talking. We don't need to hear you, okay? If you're not James Earl Jones sounding underneath that, hush, just fight. That's all we need. You know who I am, that's all you got to say. No, all right, keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? Stop forcing. Those moments are in huge amount in this movie. And so that I gotta knock it down for that. But I did get the, you know, why the villain was doing what he was doing, so that was clear. But some of the cheesy moments were just, you know, forced, cringeworthy, but the action sequences were good. One of the takeaways from this is the CGI as bad as like Justice League? It's a little bit better. It's better. Especially when you gotta create a world that's completely in the ocean. The special effects have to be crisp. I really feel like when they were in the ocean, I kind of felt like I was there. And I was like, wow, we really down here. I think that was a dope. They did the best they could. And it's a step up from the Justice League for sure. And the villain problem is better than the Justice League. You know what I mean? Like the Justice League villain was just ass cheeks. Like he served no purpose. He had no personality. This time, you know, you got a more focused villain. You see where he's coming from. And then you got another villain on the side who kind of overplayed it. You know what I mean? Like it's the actor from The Get Down who did a much better job in The Get Down. But in this, it was just like, he overdid it. But it was still better than Justice League. Another takeaway is James Wan directed this. He did the Conjuring movies. And it was like, this is a vastly different vibe than The Conjuring. The Conjuring's are better films, in my opinion, even though it's hard to compare the two different genres. I feel like Aquaman, though, ultimately, it was entertaining. Like, I wasn't bored, so it kind of served its purpose on that end. Definitely a lot more worse movies in the DC canon than this. I recommend The Matinee, but forget all that. You want to know the smooth jazz review of Aquaman. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving Aquaman 2.5 saxophones out of 5. Yeah. Now if I had the Aquaman hair, I would flip it back and then do the turnaround. So just walk with me. Yeah. I'm sexy. All right, peeps, that's my review of Aquaman. Let me know what you thought of Aquaman in the comment section below. Have you seen it? Do you want to see it? Where do you rank it amongst the DC entries? Let me know in the comment section below, man. Other movies like this, I would say any of the DC movies, and if you want to take it underwater, let's go with The Little Mermaid. Why not? It's a better made ocean film. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as usual, we out here.